Good day, and I love you. I wanted to share this morning some feedback regarding the correspondence that I've been receiving. Many of you have written to me talking about the energetic shifts that we're going through and how these changes in energy are manifesting as anxiety and depression with you. And I've had several men write to me and say, you know, anxiety is knocking at my door. Depression is at my door. I don't open the door to that. I don't go down like that. And I was like, well, why don't you entertain it? No. I don't mess with that. This is like the big, I shove it to the side. I'm in my jammies. I'm not messing with that. I have a slightly different approach to bring to the table. I have a revolutionary idea. Instead of doing this and running away and saying, I'm not gonna talk to her, I'm not gonna entertain this, I'm not gonna open the door. What about we open the door and let the bitch in? Ha! Open the door to depression. Open the door to anxiety. And all of you are like, hell no! But get a load of this. You are a divinely created vessel. Every emotion that comes to you is a signal of an aspect of you that needs some healing. If you're having a struggle, if you're having a tumultuous time, it's not because you're being punished, it's because some things need to shift, some things need to change. Maybe you need to represent in a different capacity so that you can serve yourself and the master plan in a greater way. So if depression is knocking at your door, it doesn't have to be this dark, oh my God, impending doom. We could look at it as, I have a visitor at my door, and visitors only come to my door when they need something. And that visitor is actually an aspect of self. Knocking at your door saying, hey, you've forgotten about me, and I really need some attention. I really need you to show up for me so we can heal and be whole. You know, there's all these parts of ourselves we had when we were smaller that often get pushed to the back burner as we grow older and develop a life of responsibilities and duties to family and things that we have to do versus what we want to do. And there's these parts of self that are like, hey, knock, 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 knock. Do you not remember how good we were at this? Knock, 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 knock. Do you remember when we were creative and artistic and we used to do this and your soul felt nurtured and loved when you expressed yourself in your creative capacity? Knock, 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 knock. Do you remember that you need quiet time by yourself? Like, there's all these parts of self that we push to the back because we're busy. I'm not hearing you right now. If I open the door to you, you might run the whole house, right? But my experience is that's not been the case. You know, I lived a life where I tried so hard to remove the aspects of myself that I didn't like. But I could no more remove fear or remove any other emotion than I could cut off my right leg and expect to walk right. You wouldn't cut off your right leg and expect to walk right, right? So why would we think that we can remove inherent gifts from God that calibrate our very system? Why would we think we could take those away and be okay? It doesn't even work like that. So today, why don't you open the door and let anxiety, depression in? Set a place for her at the table. Make sure she understands she gets to sit at the table in that one place. She can eat off that plate with that fork and that spoon. That's it. She doesn't get to eat anybody else's food, and she doesn't get to take anyone else's spot at the table. So you see, at the table we have anxiety, we have depression, we have fear, but we also have joy, we also have happiness, we have capability, we have resourcefulness, we have love from others, love for self, love from source. There's all these places seated around the table. And my experience is when I let every emotion know that they get their one spot at the table and that I will hear from each, because I understand that each has a message for me. Some I like to hear more than others, but they're all there for my divine, my greatest good, for my wholeness. So I listen to each one. And if some of them start to get out of hand, I know you've probably had to excuse a child from the dinner table before so they can gather themselves. Well, sometimes that happens to some of my emotions. She can go get in her room till she can be nice and play with others. So today, if anxiety and depression are knocking at your door, I encourage you to open the door and let that sweet thing in. Give her a spot at your table. Tell her, I will listen to you because I know you are of my greatest good. And I'm capable. I'm capable. I can hear you. I can heal. I can be well. I love you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you show up for yourself today. Open the door, babies.